see you.
Avatar: Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney+. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Yeah! Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney+.
It will be an adventure for the whole family.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar: Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney+. Rated PG-13.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month, even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending, 0 tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
Larceny discusses true petty crimes that may be disturbing to some.
Or could be easy listening to all you psychopaths out there.
All stories are based on actual events, but details may vary.
Listener discretion is not advised.
Live.
Laugh.
Larceny. Welcome to Live, Laugh, Larceny. Swallowing your pride is cool until it comes out the other end. This is Trevin.
And I am Amanda. Yeah, I could say that's probably a very unpleasant trip to the restroom for that one.
Yeah, when I swallow a lot of pride, my God.
Oh, God, too much pride is no good for anyone.
I'm sitting on an ice donut after that, you know what I mean?
So, Trevin, other than your ice donut, what is your dreadful dilemma this week?
Well, this week, I actually have another body thing to talk about.
Okay.
I've been doing my physical therapy still.
Oh, yes.
I'm reaching the end of it. I can tell that I've made a lot of progress in the strength of my hips, but as I was there, I've gotten more comfortable with everybody. We were just kind of doing a checkup, and I thought, you know what? I've had this weird thing on my elbow for a long time.
Uh-oh.
And I have never asked anybody about it. But let's take a rewind to this funny thing on my elbow.
Okay.
I was 17 years old playing football. Playing football in high school. And a friend and I were not the best people on the football team. It was under the Friday night lights.
Ooh.
Last game of the season.
Drama.
They said, let's do a couple tackling drills. We're just kind of warming up, and then we'll go kick this thing off in the air. So me and my friend, we were both just kind of like the awkward ones. We were also kind of like slacking off. Like imagine like one of those high school kid movies where it's just like, what, we're supposed to be doing something? And we're just like talking about something completely different other than what we're doing. We were doing a tackle thing, and he said something and then like did his tackle weird. You're supposed to lead with the shoulder. He corkscrewed with his head forward. And when he did it, for some reason, my awkward ass went, what the hell are you doing? I threw my arm up. Top of his helmet went straight into my elbow.
Ooh.
And hit it really awkwardly.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't say in the point of my elbow.
Yeah.
But if I were to flex you my bicep, it would be
Take
like...
a look at this gun, why don't you?
It would be like the point of meat right on the front of it here.
Weird. Okay. That is a very specific thing to point out. Okay. Got it.
So he hit directly into it.
Yeah.
It was a cold game and I wore sleeves, so I didn't think much of it. Game was over and I remembered it kind of hurting. And I went home and I took my shirt off and it hurt really bad, but it didn't show any bruising on the front, but the back was bruised.
Immediately that quick?
It was super purple, but also it looked like shards, like the way the bruising looked.
Ew. And let me guess, you never went to the doctor and you never got it looked at.
I never went to the doctor, never got it looked at.
You just lived with it like that? How long did it stay bruised for? Weeks?
It was probably bruised, for a couple weeks. And I think my parents were just like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, oh, that is weird. It hurts like a devil, but... And I just remember thinking it was so weird because I could poke here and nothing hurt here.
Okay.
It was all here where the impact was that hurt.
Right. It just was showing up in the back.
Yeah.
Party in the front. Impact on the back.
Yeah. I had noticed, though, after a little while that there's this little piece of floating flesh in my elbow here that I can go boop, 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 boop.
Floating flesh.
I can kind of move it around under my arm. It does hurt if it gets pushed on or touched much. So it's always confusing when a doctor says, does it hurt? And I'm like, if you don't touch it, it sure doesn't. I'm not sure where the question's going. Should I say yes if you touch it?
Right.
It does have this weird thing that if I walk into a doorway and I accidentally bump it, I can hear this little noise go that I can hear inside my body, and then it hurts really bad. It's almost like the floating piece of meat gets dislodged a little bit.
I hate it all.
And it's a weird sting right here in the front of my arm. So I asked the guy, I said, you know what? I've never had...
Might as well get this floating flesh looked at.
I said, I've never really felt cool enough with a doctor to just like ask.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
You want to look at this? What do you think this is here? And he's also a football medicine guy or something at one point. And so I was like, you must know something similar to this. And
you told him what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said, this is an exact football injury.
Yeah.
Felt it and he was like, oh, that's like scar tissue. Ooh. And then like, because it's kind of like bumpy in spots too. And he's like, hey, other doctor, come over here and feel this.
That's when you know that something's really wrong. If he's like, hey, everyone, gotta get eyes on this freak.
And one of the other physical therapists goes, I want to feel too.
No, he didn't.
He really did. And I said, feel free. He didn't, but I said he could. And he was like, oh, yeah, scar tissue. And he was like, oh, I bet it's calcified. And the other guy's like, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They were just like kind of nerding out about it back and forth.
They were like, look at this guy. He's got a piece of calcified floating flesh.
But I just felt so like metal.
Yeah.
Calcified scar tissue.
Right.
Like that's going to be my new metal band's name. So yeah, if you're ever needing a reason to be intimidated by me, calcified scar tissue.
Add that to the list.
I've been living with it.
So
every day is hell.
Can they take it out? ? Or do you just have to like live with that?
That was the thing. The question was, hey, does it hurt? And I said, if you don't touch it. And then we're like, cool. And never talked about it anymore. After we had decided that it was just calcified scar tissue, I think it was just like, I mean, I have like cysts in my arms too. And I think it's just like, well, if it doesn't hurt you, we're not going to do anything about it.
Wow.
But it is kind of a wonky donkey thing in my arm. And I actually don't like it. It honestly feels like part of my elbow is missing something right here. Like it's like almost a little more bare elbow than it should be. So it's like if you take the calcified scar tissue out, that feels like more exposed elbow unless you put some ass skin in it or something.
Some ass skin. Yeah, just take a little bit of that.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Got plenty to go around.
Well, that is dreadful.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry about that. I really hope your elbow can recover.
You can feel it if you want.
I mean, after this, honestly, or should I right now?
I'll bring my arm over to you if you want to stay on camera.
To me. Ew. Wait, it did move. Ah! Wait, where did... Ah! It's like a baby spine in there. I think you're growing a mutant. It is bumpy.
I think the bumps are the calcification.
Wow.
Calcification,
that really is metal.
No breathing.
Well, you guys, I also have a dreadful dilemma. This is going to be my third fish update.
What's in Amanda's fish tank?
I literally love that. But seriously, so much has happened. Remind me, Trevin, I ended the last update. They were all in one tank.
Correct. They were horny little devils who wouldn't leave her alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a baby who just wasn't exciting.
Yeah, they had one baby. There was one fish that went missing mysteriously. We still don't have answers. And maybe I just told you personally, it's hard to keep track, that I had put the boys in timeout.
Yeah, you had told me and maybe Emily.
Okay. I decided after doing some research and some really aggressive people on Reddit,
Hating on you?
Well, not on me.
Okay,
because I'm
good.
not actually on Reddit, but sometimes I'll read certain things.
You watch
on
somebody
there.
else get hated on.
Oh, exactly that one. I discovered my fish. I didn't know if they were mollies or platies. They're platies. And I looked up a bunch of information about it. The way they reproduce is way more aggressive than what I originally thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, how could you keep your female fish in there when they're tormenting her for this long? You are just the devil. You know?
I just thought they were fish.
Yeah, literally. So I bought another aquarium. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than it was when it arrived.
Isn't it the same size as the other one?
It's a little bit smaller.
A little smaller. Okay.
Yeah. But I decided to give the smaller one to the boys. I separated Sparks and Garfield, so they're now in their own tank. And Coconut, Coca-Cola, you know, the list goes on at this point. But the one baby that we had, baby Pearl,
Okay.
is not the only baby anymore.
Oh.
So not only did we randomly have only one fish that's as big as baby Pearl, don't know how that happened. We now, I'm not even joking, Trevin, the other day I counted 12. 12 minuscule babies. I know there's a way to identify which one's male and which one's female by like their underfin, but some of them are so small it's hard to tell. And I'm going to just have to get another fish tank that's bigger eventually.
You're going to need a fish magnifying glass. You're going to look like Rick Moranis from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and just like looking at the fish.
Exactly. I never wanted to have a big thing. I wanted 5 fish in a small tank. And now there are 12 tiny babies, and it's a lot, you guys. And I'm going to have to separate these genders. They can't keep banging.
You got to stop it at the source now before they multiply, and then it's more fish dicks to look at.
So anyway, if anyone has any tips or tricks, help me.
In your picture you sent me, and obviously this could have changed. Do you still have both tanks right next to each other?
Yes.
Now, I've been curious. Are Garfield and Sparky at the glass, like looking in her direction still, like feeling
They were
her?
for a little bit. They're not like super close to each other. They're probably a good 2.5, 3 feet apart. It's on like a really long table in our living room. So they're like on opposite ends of this mirror. But
you think they can feel her magnetism in what direction?
I literally do think that the boys were kind of going up and down on that one side. And Coconut was even doing it back to them for a little while. And I was like, Coconut, you don't need this. You just had 12 babies.
Yeah.
They were acting like long lost polyamorous lovers separated by the tank.
My gentlemen lovers.
And I just simply can't have it.
No.
I thought she hated them. And then when she was doing that behavior, but now they have both adjusted. And they're not obsessed with each other anymore.
I'm glad to hear that she's finding her own fins in all of this.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
So, Trevin.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do 2 truths and a lie. Why don't we?
I would love to. I've got 3 wires. Which one do I cut?
I'll give you 2 truths and a lie.
But wait, we don't have time for this.
I was inspired by our recent episode with That's Pretty Dark.
Oh.
It was really hard for me not to, just because we were talking about so many things from my childhood that, I don't know, I was doing a lot of nostalgia and reflecting and being like, oh my God, that was pretty dark.
Yeah, I think that episode is going to inspire a lot of like small things I do for the next couple months, probably.
No, seriously, same. Even though one of our questions wasn't about this, it did get brought up. I brought it up in like a quick little side convo, but it was the show Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Which, before I jump in, was that one that you regularly watched?
Oh, hell yeah. I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, I didn't really jump in the conversation because you guys were all just going on with it, and I was like, that's great. But I can't remember so much about it. I do remember one kind of scared me. And I think my mom like walked in on me being scared, or maybe I admitted to it once.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, I guess you shouldn't be watching that show anymore. And then she like tried to take it away from me. And so then I never like shared my feelings on that again. But I think
I could see myself doing that shit to Lila.
I want to say it was maybe one that had something to do with a house, like a miniature house, like a doll house or something. But
there is a doll one.
That may not be the one that gave me the nightmares. Whatever scared feeling.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that a lot of people, Are You Afraid? AYA.
The acronym of it?
People put it as an acronym a lot, and I didn't realize that people did that.
I didn't know that.
I actually was doing research on That's Pretty Dark, and I saw that they had episodes that were called AYA, blah, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then it took me a really long time before it finally hit me what the acronym was.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess some people know it by the acronym.
I am not one of them. For those of you who don't know this show, it's from Nickelodeon. It was in the 90s, and it was all these kids, and they came from different places in town and schools, and they would meet up at night, which is like, why would their parents allow that? I don't know. But they gather around the campfire, and they each tell a spooky story, and they like throw the sand in it, and then there's a reenactment of their spooky story.
I love anthology shows like that. Very Twilight Zone, but just like a horror film, like a kid's version of a
Twilight
Tales
Zone.
from the Crypt or Twilight Zone.
Yeah, exactly. After that episode, I went to Paramount Plus.
You went and watched it?
And I rewatched some episodes. I tried to pick and choose carefully. They're only like 25-minute long episodes. They're very short.
Have to have room for all those commercials.
That's true. They do have commercials in it, which it's like, come on. But I went back and I watched a few that I remembered. And then I watched a few that I didn't remember at all. And it became very clear to me, I think I started watching like the older ones because they came out like the year I was born, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I just looked. It was 1990 to 2000.
Yeah.
That's
so
10 years? I didn't even realize that.
And they have 5 seasons on Paramount Plus. I don't know how many, if there were more than that, but that's just all that's on there right now. Anyway, I went down a rabbit hole, watched a few, and I came up with the 2 truths and a lie. So I'm going to give you 3 episode brief little synopsis. And these are all ones I watched, okay? Or rewatched. One of them has been edited and is a lie. So you have to tell me which one you think that is.
So which one is not really an episode, basically?
Yes. Okay. So episode option 1. From season 1, episode 7, The Tale of the Nightly Neighbors. Romanian neighbors dressed in all black move in next door in the dead of night. The 2 adults say they work at the hospital doing blood donation, but really, their son is their master and a real vampire. Can you tell I'm already getting into like the Halloween spirit too?
I can feel it, yeah.
Okay. Episode option number 2. From season 2, episode 5, The Tale of Locker 22. A high school locker starts to lure students to their demise, but it turns out that the locker's occupant is the real monster, turning into a serial killer until the locker's curse is broken. Episode option number 3. From season 5, episode 15, The Tale of the Vacant Lot. A mysterious shop appears in a vacant lot, and a teen girl trades to get items to improve her life, but it comes at the cost of her inner and outer beauty. Do any of those sound familiar to you?
Yeah, I feel like 1 and 3 both sound familiar. Honestly, I think all three of them sound familiar.
All of them are accurate names of the episode, but I changed one of the synopsis completely of what it actually is.
Yeah, they all do sound a little familiar, but something about B sounds not quite right, and I'm going to say that's the lie.
You're right, Trevin.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it had to do with a serial killer.
Nope, you're right, Trevin. You are a true millennial boy, okay? Thank you for getting this right. Okay, number 2 was incorrect. The correct answer, because it really is called The Tale of Locker 22. But the locker is haunted by a schoolgirl from the 60s, and she takes the current locker's occupant back in time to solve her murder.
Oh, okay, one of those stories. Okay.
So that's really what happened. No serial killer. No, the locker itself wasn't luring them, but it was being haunted. There was a girl in the 60s. She accidentally was killed by her chemistry teacher, who's a complete asshole for no good reason. His equipment was like failing and gas was leaking out. And she took that Bunsen burner and just,
Wow, okay.
But she went back in time, saved her. Plot twist.
She was
comes
undead?
back in the future as the new principal instead of that little asshole guy who used to be the chemistry teacher.
Wow, so she becomes not dead and has a bright future.
Bright future in education.
Takes his job. Did they kill him off screen too? Like take his life?
Who knows?
Wow. That's
to be
dark.
determined. I would highly recommend it, you guys. One of them that I didn't cover on here, because I watched probably like 5 of them. I tried to jump around to find a few, but there was one that immediately drew me in because the girl in the description, which these are not the descriptions that were written. I just wrote them myself.
Okay.
But in their tiny little description, it said that the girl's name was Amanda. So I was like, Amanda from the 90s, I must. And they made her like stay in a haunted house. This bitchy cousin of hers with red hair is like so mean to her cousin and is like, you can't hang out with me and my friends this summer unless you spend the night in this haunted house by yourself. And it's haunted as fuck.
We really normalize some bullying like stuff in these shows. Like
lots of bullying.
Do your kids still watch shows that have like the characters bully like that? Or
no, it is not like that. There still are some. Or I would say like, that person's being really mean. We never want to act like that.
Yeah. It was just so normal in our media that it seemed like, I almost feel like it planted the ideas to some kids like, I guess this is just what you do.
Unnecessary extra bullying in a lot of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, for my 2 truths and a lie, I actually do have something kind of nostalgic too, but maybe not for our age range. Because I want to do 2 truths and a lie about children's music.
Oh my.
And I feel like there's no one better to give me the lowdown on children's music than you.
Oh, damn. Are you going to talk about Kids Pop?
No.
Oh, thank God.
This is more like music for children. So statement number 1. Finland has a children's heavy metal band where the members dress up as dinosaurs. Statement number 2. Before starring in Yo Gabba Gabba, DJ Lance Rock worked as a producer and touring keyboardist for Nelly. Or statement number 3. At the height of their fame, the Wiggles traveled on 2 separate planes so the band could keep performing if one crashed.
That's pretty dark.
Waka, waka, waka.
No, but literally. I'm going to go with C.
You're going to go with Wiggles. And you are incorrect.
Dang it! That really was real? They're like, if one of you goes down, we need to have a backup Wiggles stat.
They have a really good like write-up on their Last FM that just has a whole bunch about them. But here's a little excerpt here. For a few years during the late 90s, while, quote, riding an enormous wave of success in America and the UK, the Wiggles traveled in 2 planes and on 2 buses so that if disaster occurred, quote, at least half of them would survive and carry on.
Oh, they just separated the one group. I thought you were saying they had like backups for all of them.
No, but I mean, still like traveling separately.
Yeah.
After it proved to be a logistical nightmare, they ended that practice. Although by 2007, they traveled in 2 separate buses between cities. So I guess they tried to kind of resurrect it.
I don't know how I would feel about that. Just don't know. They're basically saying like, hey, if half of you died tomorrow, the other half of you better get your ass to work stat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Instead of like the replacing thing, because I thought they all had a double or something. But no. This is still pretty bad, I must say. You can't all just die together.
Think of that really dark, like Wiggles drama of like you being the person who made that decision, and then you're one of the surviving members who has to go to work, and you're like, God damn it, why'd I make this rule? And you're just, hey, tum rattle bum tum daddle, you know. My brain, I cannot think of what that song is. Number one.
It's okay. I got you.
But I've not heard of many other bands doing that. So for the Wiggles to think it was the thing to do. But then as a parent, though, doesn't that make you feel good to know that, like, if you told your kids, Saturday, we're going to go to a show, you don't have to wake up in the morning and say, your show's canceled, kid.
Honest to God, Trevin, I would rather say to my kid the show is canceled than I'm sorry, but half the Wiggles died in a brutal car crash. That's why only 2 of them are here.
Lila, 2 Wiggles didn't make it, but capitalism survived. So let's get going. So our actual lie is Yo Gabba Gabba's DJ Lance Rock.
I was really hoping that was real.
He's in his 40s. He's been in the music scene. And the reason why I said Nelly is because he's actually from St. Louis.
So it could have been.
It could have been.
Missed opportunity.
The band that he came from, I forgot the name of it. But the guy who created Yo Gabba Gabba was actually a ska punk musician guy.
Really?
Who then kind of transitioned over into doing this TV show.
I mean, some of these kids' songs slap, I must say.
Well, in Yo Gabba Gabba, he has like My Chemical Romance came on an episode.
Oh, really?
And I think Tenacious D, maybe Devo came on. Like, they have a lot of obscure artists on there.
Huh. I'm not too familiar with the Wiggles or that show.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of them and I visually see them, but I don't really know them. I didn't watch them.
The Wiggles have been around a lot longer than I thought. They've been around since like early 90s.
That's wild.
I didn't know that. I believe their original band was called the Cockroaches, and then they changed up some of their old songs to be children's songs. And I think the song was like called Do the Wiggle or something. And then that was when they started calling themselves the Wiggles and moving to children's music.
Wow.
And that's when it like took off. They're from Australia. Also, sorry for the people who were like, get to the stories.
Yeah. Are people doing that?
I saw a couple in Spotify comments recently.
Oh, really? Okay.
I did also want to say Finland does have a children's heavy metal band.
That's
where
cute.
They dress up as dinosaurs. And it's called Heavysaurus.
No.
And I got to make you watch this.
That is cute as hell. I was hoping this one was true too.
Like, these are people in costumes.
When you said a kids band, I was like, it's a band of kids.
No.
I was like, that is so badass. But it's like a traveling band for kids, not of kids. Yeah. This is a literal crowd of kids. They're like on their parents' shoulders. That is honestly quite unique. Well, you guys, it's time to rock out to these ads.
I see you.
Avatar Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney Plus. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney Plus.
It will be an adventure for the whole family.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney Plus. Rated PG-13.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
And we are back, and it is my story this week.
I'm ready. I'm ready for another double news story episode.
I know, same. It's been far too long. My Instagram algorithm, I don't know if yours, I'm sure, has done this too. It has been recently, though, really putting absurd news stories in my feed.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Which honestly, I don't mind because it's of great value to me.
You got to be careful, though, because they put so much bullshit AI on Instagram. My God.
I know. I swear it's getting harder and harder to verify facts.
I know.
Which is scary, you guys.
I mean, shout out to the good listeners that send us some, but like, there's so many where I'm just like, oh, unfortunately, that one's not going to work. But too good to be true.
Yeah, I know. But this one, when I saw it, it made me pause. I giggled and I knew I had to do it. It's a recent viral crime adjacent story.
Oh.
I got to have a ton of creative control over the beginning of the story, so take the whole beginning with my creative fun grain of salt. But the reality of what happened was actually captured on footage. It's on someone's Ring camera. It's brilliant. And yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. So here we go. This was all a big misunderstanding. Have you ever desperately exclaimed this phrase before? Maybe you've accidentally caused a fight with your partner because they misheard your compliment.
That dress really brings out your tits.
How dare you comment on my stress zits? I've been using a new face cream. Or maybe your boss misinterprets all the time you spend in the work bathroom as slacking off, instead of you dealing with relentless irritable bowel syndrome.
I'm gonna need that report by noon if you ever get out of the restroom.
I'll get right on that, boss. Perhaps you've misread a party invite, thinking BYOB means bring your own bomb instead of bring your own beer. Welcome to the party. Today's story is about a big ol' misunderstanding. One so large that it ended in a swarm of police officers asking lots of questions.
Wait, what?
Huh?
You saw that. Where?
Two EMTs drove together down a barren road in the small village of Otisville, New York, during a summer evening in 2026. The driver was a man in his late 50s named Rick, who had seen a thing or two over his decades working as a first responder. He was determined to spread his knowledge to the younger generation of EMTs, so he was thrilled to spend his night with a newbie named Jess. She sat quietly in the passenger seat, looking out her window, just hoping for a peaceful ride, when Rick spoke.
First shift as an EMT. So much for you to learn and me to teach. It's important to always stay alert, observant, and ready for anything that comes your way today.
I think you just ran that red light back there.
Which brings me to my next lesson. Always remember to turn on the ambulance sirens when you want to speed up or go through red lights and stop signs.
Yet, just before he turned on the alarm, a notification sounded from their work devices.
We've got our first call of the evening, kid. Hang on to your seat.
Rick flipped on the sirens and spun around in the empty intersection a couple of times as he increased in speed. Then he peeled off in the direction of the call's origin. When the EMTs arrived at the scene, it was quickly apparent to Jess that this crime wasn't as urgent as her work mentor had treated it. Yet, she was empathetic to the caller's situation.
I've lost my cat Spunky again.
Rick turned his head from one side to the other, scanning the worried woman's yard.
Well, I don't see her anywhere, but we will be on the lookout for her.
Isn't that her up in the tree overhead?
The rest of the evening was filled with similar and insignificant calls. A teen called 911 because of a paper cut.
Yo, I got a big boo-boo on my finger, dog.
A cranky Karen wanted to report a noise complaint for a party next door.
It's so loud, I can't even hear my own judgmental thoughts.
and a lonely old man called just to say hello.
Hello.
Jess knew there wasn't going to be much action working in such a small town, but this was far more uneventful than she had originally thought. She sat in silence in the ambulance passenger seat, disappointed in her first shift and her life choices leading up to it, until she spotted something unusual in the distance. Ahead of them was a red SUV with its trunk barely cracked open.
Hey, see that SUV in front of us? I think there's something sticking out of their trunk.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I'll drive a little closer to get a better look.
As the emergency vehicle edged closer to the slightly suspicious SUV, Jess squinted to focus her vision.
Oh my God! Legs! I can see a pair of legs in the trunk!
I can't see a dang thing, and I'm sure it's all right. We just need to remain calm before we properly assess the situation.
Jess ignored her oblivious mentor's words of wisdom and decided to take action.
No, I think this really might be an actual emergency. I'm going to report this to the local PD.
Jess calmly described the red vehicle to the police department over her cell phone, giving them the license plate number and a description of the scene in front of her.
It appears to be a pair of human legs in the back of a trunk. I am not seeing any movement, so could be a possible kidnapping victim in distress. Or worse.
The officers promised they would send their most experienced fleet of officers to the scene, which, in reality, included the entire small-town force. They promised to be in touch afterwards to let the EMTs know what they discovered. After the call, Rick followed the SUV for a few more minutes before their next distress call came in.
Help! I accidentally got a cucumber stuck in my butt!
Rick was unusually quiet for the next half hour, not sure if he should be annoyed at his know-it-all newbie, or annoyed at himself if this was in fact a once-in-a-lifetime crime that he had missed. All of his questions were soon answered when a call came into his cell phone from a friend on the force. Jess couldn't hear the other end of the phone conversation, so she listened intently on Rick's responses.
Hey man, got any updates? Oh? Shoot! Well, we appreciate your part in this matter, bud. I'll catch up with you later.
As soon as Rick ended the call, Jess started asking questions.
Well, what happened? Was it a body in the back of that trunk?
Rick smirked at her eagerness before explaining.
You know, kid, I haven't had a shift this exciting in my whole career, but sometimes things aren't always as they seem. A fleet of officers went out to the scene where they discovered a recently parked red SUV at a personal residence. A woman was driving and a younger woman was laying in the back of the trunk.
Was she okay?
It appears that the driver had made a recent run to the local Home Depot and had supplies in the back of her trunk. And yes, the young woman in the trunk was all right. Turns out, her and her mother were doing a bit of home improvement. Their SUV was too small for the large lumber, so the daughter climbed in the trunk to hold it inside.
Jess's face turned red in embarrassment and sunk in defeat.
So, this was all a big misunderstanding?
Yeah, sure. But you did the right thing, rookie. I'm proud to have you as my partner in almost crime.
In late June of 2026, in the small town of Otisville, New York, 2 unidentified EMTs reported a suspected kidnapping to the local police. They told officers that they saw legs hanging from the back of a suspicious SUV driving in front of them, prompting multiple police cruisers to come out and investigate. In a now viral Ring camera footage, it shows Danielle Rodriguez and her unnamed mother pulling into their driveway after making a quick night run to Home Depot. Because the lumber was too large for their vehicle, Danielle laid in the back of the trunk to keep it secure from falling out. The footage shows her mom as she walks to the back of the SUV and laughs at the sight of her daughter's legs showing through the partially open trunk, held together with only string. You can hear them on the footage, with Danielle stating, quote,
"I told you they were sticking out the whole time. I'm surprised the police weren't called on us."
Yet just after Danielle uttered those very words, her mother's head turns to the side, spotting the approaching police lights, stating,
"Oh, they are."
Danielle quickly climbed out of the trunk as the police approached, and the lead officer introduced himself by saying, quote,
How's it going, guys? Don't be disturbed. We had a very unusual call.
The tension immediately eased between them as both the women and the officers chuckled. He explained that an ambulance was following the women and had called it in, reporting legs hanging out of a trunk. Once officers determined this was not an emergency situation, they were able to laugh off the incident without any arrests or charges made. Instead, they described the event as a simple misunderstanding. We've all experienced mix-ups like this, right? Maybe not to the point of being accused of a kidnapping, but to a degree. I'm sure we can all relate to this humorous and awkward outcome. So stay alert, observant, and ready for anything, because you too could crack the case of a big ol' almost crime.
You said it was a kid on the lumber?
She's like a college-aged daughter of this lady.
And was she buckled in or not?
No.
I thought you were going to say, and they got a ticket anyway.
Well, and what's interesting is in the ring camera footage, he even has out his ticket pad, and it looks like he's going through it. But in all the articles, which there are few, and they're like a paragraph long because nobody got arrested, it's funny because of what they actually said. Like, she's like, ha 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 ha, that'd be funny if we got the cops called on us because my feet were dangling out of this trunk. And then you literally see them approaching in the distance on the footage and everything. So it's very funny.
Yeah, the article is basically just like made to help validate the viral video more.
Yes, exactly. It's mainly just that is all we had.
Well, you said they didn't get a ticket, so that's wild though that they didn't.
So all the articles just said no punishments, no charges, no anything. But it is interesting because when it cuts off, he's like flipping through his ticket little book. And I assume they would at least get, riding without a seatbelt. But maybe it's because it is in such a small town. And guys, I almost called it a village because I know I call my small hometown a village and people think it's funny, but this town that I'm describing in New York where it took place had less than 1,000 people in it and they called it a village on Wikipedia.
Yeah, a small place like that would
Small town. I think they laughed it off once they realized there wasn't a murder, but it is funny because there's like 3 police cruisers. Like they all came out. They're we got to see this shit. So I really tried to capture that essence even with the EMT drivers. They're like, maybe for a newbie, they're like thinking it's going to be all fun and exciting, when in reality, maybe it's just a lot of dumbass calls that come in. I wanted it to be kind of like a trick moment where you're almost like, God, this young girl has been spotting all this. And I wanted it to be kind of like a moment like, hey, you might think you know how to do the job, little darling, but I don't know. I just wanted to do kind of like a character switch in that way where it's like you think he's kind of the dipshit, but he's really like, no, I think everything's going to be just fine in that moment. And it really was just a silly thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of like a reverse Boy Who Cried Wolf sort of thing. Like she's just so good and then she wasn't.
Yeah. And honestly, she did. And I don't even know if it's a girl who did it. The EMTs are completely.
It's not even real.
Yeah. They're completely unidentified. But I just thought it would be funny to have someone that was like overly on their game because it's such a small town and just causing such a ruckus over literally nothing. So,
yeah, I mean, if somebody said, hey, you have to go work an EMT shift for a day, I would be like on high alert. Like, when am I going to see a bunch of blood or something? And
which up here in Kansas City, I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. But I bet there's plenty of days where people are like, oh, I have some of the most boring days.
Yep. Cat in a tree, cucumber in the butt.
If it's a cucumber in the butt, that's a great day. Well, that was fun. It does remind me a little bit of, which we didn't do a story of that one, but when we talked about the weave in the back of in the trunk.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that's my weave or whatever that woman said.
Yep. But this time I didn't do a good job describing it in the story, but they did have it barely like tied open with like some string or something.
Okay.
But that's why you could see like the legs and she wasn't moving because she was just holding the wood. It's funny.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that in a small town, they're just like, oh, we've done some weird janky stuff. That's fun. And then not only is it a misunderstanding, it makes us love you more. I like taking it from a viral video like that. And I just love having the ability to do video more.
I know. I thought this would be a perfect one that we could like do something with the recap and show the video. But I could also have fun with my creative writing, giving the EMTs their due.
Yeah, and I'll put a sample of the actual audio in the episode
Yeah,
here.
no, totally.
I told you they were sticking out the whole time. I'm surprised the police weren't called on it. Oh, they are.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, how are you?
Don't be disturbed. We had a very unusual call. The EMS workers behind you, the ambulance, saw feet hanging out of the back of the vehicle.
Yes.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad that's all it was.
Oh my god, we knew. I'm sorry.
That's the best case scenario, honestly.
Hello.
Look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are digital, we are downloadable, we are streamable.
The fashion event of the year is certified fresh.
Pull yourself together, we have work to do.
Critics say it's smart and witty and the perfect sequel.
That's all.
Get runway ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rated PG-13.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays. And just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes. They put you on hold. Your doctor doesn't take your plan. Game over. We see you. So we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc. Search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly. No cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Well, that was a sweet little story.
Thank you.
I guess I can say one connection that we have is that I think we're going to leave today's episode feeling pretty good. My story's not going to ruin your day.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And mine also has some video along with it.
Oh, even better.
I realize I do a lot of stories about men, which it's about crime. Come on, guys. I saw something online not too long ago. It was a cartoon somebody drew, and it said, me reading the news out loud. And it was a guy behind that person with their arms crossed, and they're like, wow, you're so anti-man. You know, I do a lot of stories about man characters, and today I not only found one with some women involved.
Let's hear it for the girls.
It's one that I would say, yeah, it's more of a nice feeling one, and I think we need that more than ever.
My God, I know.
Oh, and be ready because we got a lot of voices.
Oh God, here we go. I had a lot too.
In their accents.
Oh no.
So without further ado, let's all feel good. And here we go. My exhaustive time in petty crimes has shown me enough truth about the human experience that I've lost all hope for a positive future. But that doesn't matter right now, because tonight is Ladies' Night. That's right. And this isn't your typical capitalist Ladies' Night. No drink specials, no horny dudes, no desperate attempt to avoid a sausage fest. This one's for the girls. The men had their time, but they blew it on mantrums, fake deaths, and testing the limits of bulletproof vests. Frankly, their leadership has been a catastrophe. So tonight, we're handing the keys over to the ladies. They have a habit of walking into impossible situations and somehow becoming the most competent people in the room, which is unfortunate for today's criminals, because this story contains not one, but 3 exceptionally motivated women. And although a criminal act is on the horizon, just remember, it could always be worse. This story could have been about a man. Not many people follow through on living abroad. There's an unknown surrounding nearly every aspect of it, and when given the chance to let dream meet reality, most tend to leave it on the bucket list. But not Sarah. Along with her sister Anna, the two got working holiday visas and traveled to Christchurch, New Zealand. They rented an apartment with Charlotte, an Irish girl on a visa of her own. They explored the beautiful scenery, immersed themselves in the culture, and even tested out the local dating pool.
Come over to my place. I'll let you share my
Together,
sheep.
the 3 led a coming-of-age story that would make John Hughes take a day off of his own. But the quirky montage of Sarah's new life abroad came to a screeching halt after she discovered a yellow flower pinned to her front door. She shifted her groceries to the other arm, inspecting the strange sign. There were plenty of perks in New Zealand, but a wallflower had never been one. Was this some Kiwi holiday she didn't know about? A secret admirer for one of the girls? Or did Gandalf next door simply feel like being nice? Sarah left the flower on the door and stepped inside. Setting her groceries on the counter, her eyes were immediately drawn to an open cabinet.
Ugh, Charlotte.
She muttered to herself before swinging it shut. Then she saw another. From her new spot in the kitchen, she noticed more and more things sitting just slightly out of place until they stopped being moved and started being missing. Laptops, jewelry, Sarah's secret stash of last season's Cadbury Easter eggs, feminine products, panties. Oh no. This was no sloppy roommate. The girls had been burgled.
No!
Before Sarah could finish her exclamatory wail, both Charlotte and Anna walked through the front door.
What are you shrieking about in here?
Girls, we received a right proper burglin.
The three scattered throughout the apartment, each taking inventory of their own belongings.
My passport and cami! We've got holiday in a week!
Mine's gone too! They took my sexy Friday panties!
Bloody hell! It's Thursday!
Charlotte called the constable, while the others continued discovering more random items that had vanished. The officer arrived quickly, but unfortunately, so did his complete lack of urgency.
Looks like you've had yourselves a burglin'. Don't worry, we'll do everything we can.
Do you need to dust for prints or check the nearby cameras?
No!
Then what?
There's not enough evidence. Standard procedures to file a report. I'll email you a web form.
And then?
Hopefully somebody fills it out.
The roommates stood in defeated silence, unsure what to do next, until...
Hello, my favorite neighbors.
Gandalf!
I noticed the police outside. Would it have anything to do with the trolley I saw earlier?
A trolley?
Yeah, what you call a shopping cart. I saw 3 or 4 people pushing one full of stuff down your sidewalk not too long ago.
Which way did the trolley go?
In the direction of an epic quest of great peril.
What?
Well, toward the gas station.
Without another word, the girls set off on their perilous adventure, splitting up and methodically searching each nearby street, until Sarah spotted something far too powerful to be a coincidence. There it was, parked behind a nearby house, a shopping cart.
Girls, I found the trolley.
The three watched the nearby house from a distance, unsure of their next move.
I say we kick down the door, grab these wanks by the hair, and
I mean, you can't have an empty trolley outside your house and not be the people.
Sarah silently weighed the odds. Having her friends beside her didn't make the decision any easier. But as luck would have it, they heard the front door creak open. All three ducked behind a nearby fence. Footsteps. A figure stepped outside. Charlotte squinted.
Wait.
No!
Is she wearing...
Holy fuck! Charlotte, that's your jacket!
And Anna, that's your camera around her neck.
And your Ugg boots!
The woman casually strolled away from the house, sporting a new look that was giving more evidence than fashion. Anna and Charlotte quietly slipped in behind her, following every piece of their missing property. Sarah remained behind, torn between chasing the woman or finding everything else.
Hey, could you stop for a minute? You've got my camera around your neck. I'm gonna need to take that back. Oh, okay. Oh. No, hold on. We need all our stuff back. That's my friend's jacket. I don't want... We don't want any drama. We just want our stuff. And those boots aren't yours either. Oh, but my socks will get wet. Maybe if we walk back over there first. My rings! Take my great-grand's rings off!
Girl, what are you doing? You can't just take people's shit.
Meanwhile, back at the house, Sarah inched closer, deciding whether her curiosity would outweigh her fear. More voices drifted from inside. The closer she crept to the screen door, the clearer the scene became.
Look at this red lace, Clem. Very sexy. You think this is Victoria's Secret?
Hard to tell. Smell them.
Peering through the screen door, Sarah saw their larger belongings scattered across someone else's living room like a garage sale. 2 men were inspecting the girls' underwear, while another woman modeled their clothes.
Oh, so nice.
The scene was so ridiculous that Sarah's fear quietly stepped aside and let pure annoyance take over.
my gosh, what happened here?
We're just as confused as you are.
Oh no, that's terrible. Can I have my stuff back?
The thieves exchanged confused glances. Sarah sat in their silence before the awkwardness pushed her to move. She wandered through the house, pointing things out as she went.
Yep, that's ours.
Those are my Cadbury eggs.
Those are our passports. Pretty sure that's Charlotte's bra.
She stuffed the passports in her pocket before wheeling the abandoned shopping trolley straight through the front door. One armful at a time, she calmly began her shopping spree. The thieves remained strangely compliant. We all woke up from a deep sleep with this stuff here. My girlfriend wasn't wearing your clothes when we went to bed.
Wow, you went to sleep in your clothes and woke up in ours?
Exactly.
Fascinating. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my toaster.
Moments later, Anna and Charlotte returned, having successfully robbed the robber.
Hey, you started without us!
Together, the three women loaded the last of their belongings into the trolley. As 6 police officers finally arrived to sort out the burglars, the girls simply turned around and began pushing their shopping cart home, victorious. Back at the apartment, they unloaded everything on the floor. Laptops, jewelry, passports, Cadbury eggs, even Charlotte's Friday panties.
Just in time.
The three stood there for a moment, looking over the mountain of recovered belongings. Against all odds, against conventional wisdom, and without police approval, they had done it.
Woo!
For one dramatic afternoon, 3 roommates became legends. On April 21st, 2026, 3 women from the UK tracked down the burglars who robbed their flat in Christchurch, New Zealand, after police told them to fill out an online report and wait. Sisters Sarah Campbell, 28, and Anna Campbell, 25, along with their roommate Charlotte Walker, returned home to find their house ransacked just days before a planned trip to the United States. The thieves had stolen passports, laptops, jewelry, medication, frozen food, a Cadbury Easter egg, underwear, sanitary products, and other personal belongings. A neighbor reported seeing several people pushing a cart full of items away from the house shortly after the burglary. Rather than wait, the 3 women started searching the neighborhood themselves. After spotting the abandoned shopping cart behind a nearby property, a woman walked outside wearing Charlotte's jacket, Anna's camera around her neck, and multiple rings that belonged to the sister's great-grandmother. The women confronted her, calmly demanding each item one by one while filming the encounter. Sarah then entered the home, where she discovered 2 men and another woman surrounded by even more of the stolen property. According to the victims, the group claimed they had simply woken up wearing the stolen clothes and jewelry and had no idea how the items got there. The women recovered most of their belongings before 6 police officers arrived and took over the scene. Authorities have not publicly identified the burglary suspects or announced any criminal charges. New Zealand authorities often withhold suspects' identities until later stages of the legal process.
Don't mess with us. Don't mess. From the UK. Don't mess.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night. And the feeling's right. I never thought the underworld of petty crime would have such a wholesome side. 3 queens, 4 burglars, and a whole lot of inspiration. We don't always get to leave these stories feeling good about humanity, so savor this one. For at least one night, I have found a small glimmer of hope in the human experience. But I suppose it's only fitting that I would find it on Ladies' Night.
Oh, what a night.
That was beautiful. I love Ladies' Night. Apologies in advance for our accents.
Terrible.
They were dreadful.
It's terrible because they have very strong accents. And it's like, we're going to do terrible. And they're just so good on their own that we can't do them justice.
Right. I'm sure. I haven't even seen it yet, and I'm sure. It's really funny to me that both of our stories included like squinting. So it's like, if you squint with all your might, you'll find a petty crime.
That's how I keep these stories going.
And I loved that it was like, well, we can find our own shit. And then they just went in there and took it all back. And the dumbass excuse of waking up just, we somehow woke up in this. Like, nobody dressed you in your sleep. Do you know how hard that is to do to a grown adult?
That's the epitome of like dumb criminal excuse, except it's not a cop. So like, it's okay. And I mean, it's not okay. But I mean, like in that situation, the girls could say like, I don't believe you. And it's like,
in the video, can you see the thieves in it?
So the video, there's no camera when Sarah goes into the room and talks to the guys. Apparently, she said there was a really great write-up Website called stuff.com did a great article on it called Girl Power, Women Hunt Burglars, Find Suspect Wearing Their Stolen Clothes.
Hell yeah.
In the article, the two girls, Anna and Charlotte, they went and followed the woman just down the street and were like, hey, you got our stuff. So that was all recorded, but Sarah just did the whole thing on her own and just went in the house. She said that when she was looking in that they were going through their underwear and talking about it. So that wasn't just me being a pervert.
Wowzers.
She said that she walked in, she was kind of in shock that she was doing it, but she caught these dumb criminals in such an act that they were just, and that was the first thing that came up. We just woke up like this.
Wow.
And it does feel like that would be a headline if a cop did it, but
yeah,
there's such a power imbalance. You're in their place. You don't want to be like, hey, I think you're lying. Let's start a fight over it.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. I'm so sorry for you. That's so terrible, you guys. Like, I don't know how this happened to you. While you're talking, I'm just loading up my stuff, but that's okay.
Wow. I love it. Honestly, like, play them at their own game. Like, you want to play dumb? I can play dumb like I give a shit about you and believe you also, but I'm going to grab my shit and take it.
She believed it, so they just were like, yeah, I don't know how I got it. Of course you can take it. Shoot, I don't want it.
I would never stop you.
I wouldn't lift a finger to have your stuff.
Wow. Sometimes you got to manipulate the manipulator.
Yeah, and I really like the way that they handled, I mean, I don't know if they're true crime girlies, but it sure feels like it to have like followed the trail, figured it out, and then also being so cool as a cucumber, but not, in your butt. Handling the situation of, like you said, beating them at their own game and just reading the situation, not overreacting. She probably shouldn't have went in by herself.
Yeah.
I don't like the thought of being in someone else's space that I don't know, but it worked out for them, and I just love their success story.
I'm glad it worked out. Yeah. It could have had a crazier, more unfortunate ending that wouldn't end up on our show, so I'm glad it remained in the petty realm.
Me too. So there's a couple different videos. What I'm going to show you here, I think, is like a little bit of a compilation.
Look at everything they took. They took all of this. They took random freezer food. They've been through everything, broken our back door. It's absolutely mental. We've just been rattling through their house. They're wearing my rings and Charlotte's North Face. And did they take and under Uggs? Oh my days, they left Sarah's North Face because it's not real. This is all of our stuff. We're not going to say anything if we get it all back. Okay? My coat and my boots. No, you can't. Look, my socks will get wet. That's okay. Rings. Oh my god, take my rings off. Girl, what are you doing? Why have you done this? You can't take people's stuff. So we got burgled. Absolutely everything from our house has been taken. Passports, rings, everything. But we chased them down, went in their house, took it back, ripped the rings off their fingers.
Don't mess with us.
Don't mess!
For the UK,
don't mess! Got our ibuprofen, our teeny weeny pads. We got our guitar back. We got 3 laptops back.
You don't take our trail mix.
Get your hands off our frozen curry. Everything. Here's the trolley. They went
They
down
just
the road
got
with.
an entire grocery cart of their shit.
Walking around with my Cadbury eggs.
Up the Cadbury eggs, my darling.
Such a like triumphant moment of joy for them, just like jumping up and down. It's nice to be able to get a candid moment like that from after a crime story.
No, that is so cute. Oh my God, I love them. We did them so dirty with our accents. Girls, we love ya.
If they want to come in for an interview, I'll let them. I mean, they're way better.
They can roast us.
They're way more characters than what I could have ever done with them. They're so funny and silly.
So good. Oh
but
my
I didn't
God.
want to make fun of them, I was like, you guys are cool. Like talking about your Cadbury eggs and shit.
I mean, I can't blame them one bit. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that was great, Trevin. Yeah, really the connection, girls on film and squinting to get a better look at the crime.
Squinting is a weird one, but yeah, I saw that come up only because you had a reading hiccup on yours.
Because I stuttered over it, yeah.
When I saw it come up on mine, I'm like, Amanda's not going to let this one go by. She'll remember it.
No, I will. I will fixate on it until the cows come home.
You'll never forget that word, squint.
I won't. I'm squinting as we speak. Yeah, that's really the only connections I can think of.
Hey, and then, like,
other than,
good feelings
there were
stories.
no charges, right? Because...
I mean, no charges on our main characters.
Oh,
but
your people did get... Okay,
yeah, the police did show up.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I mean, they're both kind of like good feeling stories.
Yeah.
I mean, like kind of just cute. I mean,
nothing too heavy.
Mine, a crime
just
did
petty.
occur, but nothing too bad happened. And yours was like no crime at all. It was just people trying to move shit efficiently and maybe not as safely.
Yeah. A bunch of silly gooses up in here.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope that wherever you're listening, that you're just having the best week. And remember, no matter the crime, big or small, in the end, we are all doomed.
Doomed to listen to the Wiggles.
Bye.
See ya.
If you simply can't get enough of us, head on over to Patreon for ad-free listening and bonus content.
And what precarious things have you done in a car to make something you bought fit? Tell us on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or Threads. Live, Laugh, Larceny.
Did you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or do you have a petty crime you've committed? Send us all your emails to livelaughlarceny@gmail.com.
And give our show the same rating you would give the Wiggles Succession Plan. I don't think that band will ever miss a show. Give us 5 stars wherever you rate podcasts, Apple, Spotify, or Good Pods. Oh, I'll do Charlotte. Why not? Fuck it.
Girls, they took my sexy Friday panties.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Hello?
Look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are digital, we are downloadable, we are streamable.
The fashion event of the year is certified fresh.
Pull yourself together. We have work to do.
Critics say it's smart and witty and the perfect sequel.
That's all.
Get runway ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rated PG-13.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.